Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. Last time we had an interesting time swimming around in Atlantica, and now we're headed over to the next world with me playing through this one.
I've been excited to get to this one for a while. I get to absolutely dunk on and roast the lowlife Peter Pan when we get to the ship of Captain Hook.
Really, I didn't think it was that bad of a movie, or at least character. It's been a while since I actually watched it, so maybe there's a few things I'm not remembering.
Yes, Barack, I have a whole list ready to go of things to talk about while we play today that I need to bring to the people's attention.
Hey, before you do all of that, shouldn't there be someone that comes through right before we get to the world? That usually happens around now.
You are right, Joe. This is about that time. So if whomever is on the other side comes along now, would be most convenient for us.
What is this? It appears I'm somewhere within Kingdom Hearts, specifically the gummy ship section. Better yet, I seem to be with another version of myself and the President's. This is certainly an interesting situation, to say the least.
Well, this is certainly unexpected. I thought for sure we would get more President variants before another of myself came around. This feels pretty weird now that I'm experiencing having another one of me here for myself.
Does that mean another of me comes by one of these days? That would be great for everyone here to get at least one variant come around. I mean, George got 2 in a row and he hasn't been here for months.
No offense, Ben, but you have this unique way of talking that is very unenjoyable at many points as far as the comments section has told us, so I'm not sure adding someone else who sounds like you will improve that.
I'm not sure how not to take offense to that on some level, Donald.
This doesn't really look like Neverland.
I don't think we're there.
I didn't think you'd come, Sora. Good to see you again.
Well, where are Donald and Goofy?
Are they that important to you? More important than old friends? Instead of worrying about them, you should be asking about her.
Kairi!
That's right.
I can only imagine how she got here.
Maleficent and Sleepy Riku probably just brought her here to mess with Sora.
Not so fast. No shenanigans aboard my vessel, boy.
Riku, why are you siding with the Heartless?
The Heartless obey me now, Sora. Now I have nothing to fear.
Before we move on to the absolute loser Peter Pan, we should probably introduce the new Jordan to the idea of what's happening.
Yes, I'm already aware of this being an alternate universe consisting of different versions of political figures. The concept is familiar to me. Out of curiosity, does yours happen to have any wrestlers from the WWE roaming around in it? I've seen this happen in my universe, but unfortunately I haven't had the time to scan every being in this one to determine their abilities and place within the world.
No, we haven't seen anything like that before. Nobody here except Donald has been in the WWE off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, those were good times. I should go back there one of these days.
That scurvy brat thinks he can order me around.
What shall we do, Captain Hook?
Nothing. The hold is crawling with Heartless. Let them keep an eye on the brats.
But, Captain, you know who is also down...
Shh. Did you hear that, Smee? Oh, that dreadful sound.
Hey, PGD Jordan, sorry, but I'm not sure I understand what you meant by scanning the worlds a bit ago. Can you explain that at all?
I suppose I can brief you with the details and tell you a bit about myself. But at the same time, I don't want to take away from what seems to be the Captain Hook ship adventures. Quite the interesting journey indeed. I'll chime in every once in a while when I feel like it's an appropriate time, or if one of you decides to ask me a question. For now, though, to differentiate us, you can call me PGD Jordan, since there's 2 of us in the same space right now.
I don't think that answered it, but okay.
That tends to be how all of these crossovers go. It's us talking with someone for a while, then talk about things vaguely related to the game, and then repeat until the guest inevitably vanishes.
For a way out?
Who are you?
I'm the answer to your prayers. Okay then, fine. Have it your way.
But you're stuck in here too, aren't you?
Huh. Nope, I'm just waiting for someone.
Who?
Okay, I'm trying to work on my not getting attracted to video game characters, so I'm going to hold back on my feelings towards Tinker Bell and Peter Pan too, got to be honest.
Wait, you're attracted to both of them. You know what? I don't even want to know. I'm just assuming this is something you're working on from a video I wasn't in.
Are you crazy? There's no way I'm gonna leave Wendy there.
Aha! She must be pretty jealous.
Hey, PGD Jordan, can you tell us more about what you said when we were talking about scanning people? I don't think Joe or really any of us got what you meant.
Sure, I guess I can delve into the details a bit here. So, I'm not sure exactly who else you've all seen during your journey through Kingdom Hearts, but it's very likely I'm one of, if not the most high-level beings that has ever arrived here. In the universe I primarily reside in, we have our presidents who tend to play various WWE games. There have been other games too, such as Pokemon and Sonic, but the center of things tends to be around WWE. Not too long ago, we had The Rock begin to have his own omnipotent sentience separate from the games due to the emergence of his final boss persona last year. He became a being much like myself. These beings are more skilled and powerful naturally, so as you might be able to tell, I had to put a stop to The Rock's antics. As for your world, it would take me some time to figure if there is anyone of that kind of caliber here too.
No need to do that. I'm sure I qualify as the best one for obvious reasons, considering all of the accomplishments I've done in my life.
I don't quite mean what you've done in your life, but rather what you are. There are beings that have abilities that break the meta of a world entirely. Anyone can casually acknowledge that they're breaking the fourth wall and talk about the AI component of our existence, but only few can use this to their advantage. Power like that being used by someone with an ego as big as The Rock's. It was not something I could allow to continue. Anyways, whilst you're all playing this game, I'll check everyone who's ever been here mentally and determine if there is anyone in this universe who would qualify as such.
I think we need to hold off on more questions. I'm already trying to take all of that in, and that's going to take a while.
I'm only half paying attention to what he's saying since I'm playing the game at the same time. I mean, there's not a lot happening right now, except for fighting Shadow Soras and a few other things, but still.
So, how come you can fly?
Anyone can fly. You want to try? Aw, haven't you cooled off yet, Tink?
Hey, this reminds me of that time Hunter came to the White House. He had this thing called pixie dust too and sprinkled it all over. It didn't make me fly, but I felt like I was in the air for a while. I wonder what that stuff was.
Don't worry about it, Joe. I'll tell you after the recording session is done.
What? So Wendy's not one of the chosen ones?
There are 7, supposedly. And Maleficent says she's not one of them. Hoist anchor as soon as possible. Leave all the dead weight behind, including her.
After the trouble of capturing her? And why those 7? What is Maleficent planning anyway?
Who knows? As long as it means getting Kyrie's heart back, I couldn't care less.
Seems rather inconsiderate to disregard everyone else that isn't her. I mean, I know he's affected by the darkness and all, but still.
I'll stake me other hand it's lost forever.
I will find it, no matter what.
Captain?
What?
The prisoners have escaped.
Hey, Ben, weren't you about to go off on Peter Pan or something earlier? It's been a little bit and you haven't really done it yet.
Oh yeah, with having another more interesting Jordan
Wait,
here and
what?
having the game cutscenes going on, I haven't had that much time. Probably when there's a battle, or maybe even after the world is done, since it's not all that long.
All right, that sounds good.
Peter? Peter Pan?
Wendy!
Please, hurry! The pirates are coming!
What? I'll be right up there. Just hold on.
Unless Peter learns how to phase through solid objects very quickly, I don't know how he's getting in there.
Oh, why, yes. But she seems to be asleep. She hasn't budged an inch. Kyrie? Kyrie!
The group will more likely find another way to get into their room like a door, as opposed to just going through objects like Donald thought. I did want to ask PGD Jordan what kind of role you play and if someone like you should be in another world.
I like to call myself the watcher of my universe. My job is to make sure that everything basically runs as smooth as possible, so that the events of my universe can run properly with no outside interference. Much like The Rock tried to do throughout my president's many ventures during their GM and Universe Mode series. But fret not as long as I'm not out of my universe for long. My absence shouldn't be a problem.
I haven't been able to understand any of this so far.
I'm with you, Joe. I've got no idea either. I mean, really, how can I not be the most skilled and high-level being in any given scenario?
It's interesting to see how Donald's ego seems to remain the same regardless of the universe in question.
Okay, Donald, you're going to have to prepare for a fight against a stronger Shadow Sora. This is actually based on a very specific scene near the beginning of the movie where Peter is with his shadow, so it's amusing that it made its way into the game in some way. Ironic, since Neverland itself does not appear at all.
Riku, wait!
Okay, I have to talk about this absolute travesty before I can't hold it anymore. Peter Pan is the antithesis to a role model for any child, both when the movie came out and also anyone watching it now. This loser commits multiple crimes that I don't know how they allowed any of this to go into a movie for children. Before the movie even starts, Peter removed one of Captain Hook's hands, which permanently disables him. He endangers children by taking them from their homes and luring them to an island which just screams stranger danger at every moment. His living area shows bare skin, which heavily implies killing multiple animals, which I'm sure he had no hunting permit to do.
He's a lot more of a criminal than I remember him being.
Yeah, you're one to talk anyway. He captures Indians before, and during the movie does drugs with them later on, and tortures Captain Hook by use of the crocodile that wants to eat him. A lesser but still probably illegal action is him impersonating Captain Hook in the Skull Rock. His mermaid friends are also guilty of attempted murder to Wendy, and even though she could have just flown away, that doesn't negate the actual crime. All of these people are horrible, and I don't know how anyone can look at Peter Pan as a child-friendly character.
I'm going to have to watch this again soon since I don't remember any of that.
I'm sure a lot of people didn't, but I watched it again to prepare for this playthrough, and that's when my eyes were open to who Peter Pan really is.
That was very helpful to the few people who care about those things.
Wendy. Come on, Tink. Not now. Well, this is as far as I can go. I gotta help Wendy.
Now that the criminal is gone with another child, to wherever he's going, we can meet with Captain Hook outside. Donald, you're able to fly soon, but it only applies in this world, and it's not as game-breaking as you might think. You can ascend and descend pretty easily, though it's not too helpful in the next fights.
This hasn't been all that difficult so far, so I doubt the next fight is going to pose much of a challenge compared to everything else so far.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You'll be fine. I don't know why I was worried.
Quite a codfish, that Riku, running off with that girl without even saying goodbye.
Run off where? Tell me, where did he go?
To the ruins of Hollow Bastion, where Maleficent resides.
Oh yeah, Riku did go to this unknown place in one of the first parts, and we have seen some of the Disney villains in some unknown place. That is probably Hollow Bastion.
Unless you intend to leave your little pixie friend behind. Hand over the Keyblade and I'll spare your lives.
I'm trying with everything in me not to say anything strange or demented about Tinkerbell, but I'm not sure if I can do it much longer.
Don't worry, Joe, you can do this.
You've been doing well so far. I actually kind of believe in you.
It's him, the crocodile that took me hand. Curse me, he's after me other hand. I can't stay here. Go away. Oh, I can't stand the sight of him.
I'm actually feeling bad for one of the Disney villains for the first time in the game. He's not even worried about the Heartless, he's just having a response to something really traumatic that happened to him and clearly still hasn't gotten through all the way.
This was a pretty weird inclusion to the game.
Fly, Sora. Just believe, and you can do it.
Don't take advice from that failure, Sora, just Sonic Blade them all.
Oh, good, they saved my girlfriend. Acquaintance Tinkerbell.
Thanks, Peter.
Hey, don't mention it. You didn't think I'd leave you and Tink behind, did you?
Donald, I trust you'll be all right trying the flight out. So PGD Jordan, what kind of things happen in your president's videos? I mean, you mentioned World Wrestling Entertainment and then also Pokemon, which has been what most of the guests get themselves involved with, but we're not all that into that here, especially on the content side.
So if you recall, I mentioned how my presidents played the likes of both GM and Universe mode. The GM series basically has my Obama, Trump, and Biden going head-to-head trying to book their own shows and battle to prove who the best general manager of the three is. As for Universe mode, the premise of that series was my universe's George Bush creating his own show which involved political figures wrestling each other in the ring. I can indeed confirm that The Rock got involved in both of these, and for that I had to shut his omnipotence down for good. Luckily, things seem to be back to normal with the current GM mode series that they are going through. I actually have a question regarding the other characters that have appeared in the series before me. Just out of curiosity, who were they exactly?
Well, quite a few actually. We've met at least one variant of each president in our series so far. An unspecified entity of darkness referred to as Dark Brandon that possessed Joe for about half an hour. A fragmented copy of Alex Jones as a cyborg and Knuckles the Echidna.
Ah, yes, I am aware of this Dark Brandon character from the Broadway universe. As for the cyborg Alex Jones, I'm quite surprised about his appearance given his fate in the Voxverse.
Yeah, we've met up with some pretty weird people. We've still got several parts left, so I can only imagine who is coming up next time.
I was actually thinking about using that device that we used in the Olympus Coliseum a little while ago, so we might see more than one person perhaps, but we'll test that out again later.
Didn't that 11 guy tell you not to do that? I was more focused on overcoming my fear of Jack Skellington, so I wasn't completely focused, but I kind of remember that.
I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst he can do to us? He would just teleport the people away, and I think that's it.
Hey guys, are the summons good in this game? I'm going to try one out since we haven't really done it all that much. I figured Captain Hook isn't going to give me much trouble, so it couldn't hurt to use one now.
Honestly, I don't think most of them are that great. Bambi is helpful for getting certain items, and Tinkerbell is really good for the regen ability in a few boss fights since it automatically restores your health. But yeah, this is as good a time as any to try one out. I'm sure we'll try all of them at least once by the time the playthrough is over.
Yeah, I'll see what the genie can do. I don't really care about getting items, but Tinkerbell sounds good to try sometime.
Yeah, I want to try Tinkerbell too, if you know what I... No, I shouldn't say things like that. I have to reel it back in.
Okay, did I miss something important that Joe's doing for himself? He's mentioned this a few times now.
So you know how some people have interventions for things like alcohol or drugs or other harmful addictions that hurt themselves or the people around them? Joe is doing that, but it's for his attraction towards girls and an occasional guy in video games.
I don't even know why I asked, since I knew I wouldn't like whatever answer I'd hear. Donald, I see you've sent away the genie already?
Yeah, I don't feel like investing a lot of time to figure out how these summons that I'll probably never use would work, so I'll just be fine with Donald and Goofy. If they would stay conscious enough to actually fight, that would be even better.
You're right, but you've almost got him anyway, so you'll be fine.
This was a really easy time and basically provided no real challenge. I think we're about done with this place.
I think Jordan or myself can take over to do some miscellaneous things after you're done with Neverland.
That will work.
So if he can just run on water, does that mean he's like Jesus?
Yeah, Joe, that's definitely what the game designers meant to convey.
Oh, good. I'm glad I got what the scene was going for.
Oh, Kyrie couldn't wake up, so maybe she's really lost her...
Sora.
I still can't believe it. I really flew. Wait till I tell Kyrie. I wonder if she'll believe me. Probably not.
She will believe you if you just do it again in front of her.
Then she can try it herself.
If you believe, you can do anything, right? I'll find Kyrie. I know I will. There's so much I want to tell her about flying, the pirates, and everything else that's happened.
Hey, PGD Jordan, are you going to stay around for a while? Usually sealing the keyhole gets the guests to go away, but I'm not sure if that will apply to you.
I'm happy to stick around for a while longer. Despite the keyhole being sealed, it's not limiting my presence at all. I can go from world to world without issue due to my nature as a superior being.
That's pretty cool. We still probably have more we're curious about.
Hey, now that I think about it, you said how that universe mode thing had political characters in it, right? Does that mean that I get created in the games for these, for example?
Whilst your creations are nothing official from 2K themselves, there is an incredible community that loves the games and will create their own stars to play with. Many have created the likes of you, Barry, and Joe, for example. There was also this one time where we found a created Bill Clinton in the community creations too. Although from what I recall, he came out quite buff compared to what his body currently looks like. It certainly caught George off guard.
Nice to know we can be made even if it's not exactly official. How exactly is that GM mode played to begin with?
As I mentioned previously, the mode is all about booking your own wrestling shows. It starts off with a draft where all general managers pick the wrestlers they want to include in their shows. The fact to take note here, though, is that all managers will have a budget that they must maintain. The budget is used on the draft, the show logistics, even the costs of matches, depending on if they have stipulations attached to them.
That's a lot more technical than I was thinking. I thought it was just about fighting in the ring, but that's pretty cool.
Before this scene is over, it's fitting for me to explain where we're at. This is the Big Ben, which did appear in the movie, but only for a few seconds while the kids were flying to Neverland. Odd how this appears for more time in the world than the actual Neverland itself when it featured for way less time in the movie.
Let's hold up for a moment while Sora seals the keyhole here. If we're done here, then I'll just hand the controller over. I think I've had enough of this place since not a lot really happened in it.
Thank you, Donald. We'll actually be seeing some scenes in Hollow Bastion and Traverse Town, but also still come back here again by the end of the video. There's no story here left, though.
Did the voice actors just forget this part? There's words and mouth movements, but no actual sound from their voices.
Yeah, this is pretty weird. I mean, can you imagine watching a gameplay video on YouTube where characters were speaking but no mouth movements were visible?
Yeah, I can't imagine watching something like that at all.
Was that keyhole always there? I don't think it was when we were on Destiny Islands, but that was a while ago, so maybe I'm not remembering.
Who even builds a door like that inside of a cave? Literally pointless in every conceivable way.
It was reckless to bring her here without at least using a vessel. Remember, relying too heavily on the dark powers could cost you your heart.
Riku had the same facial expression I did the last time I went to Taco Bell. It wasn't a fun time for anybody in the restrooms.
Though his world perished, his heart did not. When we took the princess from his castle, he apparently followed her here through sheer force of will. But fear not. No harm will come to you. He is no match for your power.
So some characters can just travel through force of will, others become summoned gems. And then others get sent to Traverse Town. Is there any consistency on who goes where when a world is lost?
No, there is not.
And realize your full potential.
Peter, are you really going back to Neverland?
Peter, just grant us a mercy and don't take her with you. She has a family, you know. She doesn't have to be part of the lost boys you're kidnapping.
He has a group of kids called the Lost Boys that he's taken from people's families. No wonder you're so bothered by him. I mean, usually creeps don't advertise what they're doing like that, but he's very to the point.
Oh boy, she's getting steamed again. Do me a favor? Look after her for me, will ya?
What?
Sora now gets Tinkerbell as a summon, who is the best one in my opinion. He also gets a Keyblade and the glide ability even outside of this world. We're headed back to Traverse Town for a little bit.
Just a few stops and then we're done for the day.
Now, just remember what Donald said to you. No frowning, no sad faces.
How can you be so cheerful? There's still no sign of your king. Aren't you worried?
Very thoughtful response, Donald.
The king told us to go out and find the key bearer, and we found you, so as long as we stick together, it'll all work out okay. You just gotta believe in yourself, that's all.
Just believe.
I believe in you.
All right, so Sora is about to do this weird thing where he's going to remember something that didn't actually happen to him. It's another one of those scenes where people are talking, but there's no sound. Maybe we could fill in the sound by speaking those lines to make it complete.
Oh, good, I get to show off my amazing voice acting talent.
Yeah, I'm sure the industry loves the monotone voice you've had in nearly every video we've made together.
Long ago, people lived in peace, bathed in the warmth of light.
Everyone loved the light.
Then people began to fight over it. They wanted to keep it for themselves.
And darkness was born in their hearts.
This is such a dumb idea.
The darkness spread, swallowing the light in many people's hearts.
It covered everything and the world disappeared.
But small fragments of light survived in the hearts of children.
You're not even putting any emotion into these lines you're reading. You're just saying them like normal.
Children rebuilt the lost world.
It's the world we live in now.
This is Hollow Bastion, by the way.
But the true light sleeps deep within the darkness.
That's why the worlds are still scatter. Oh man, I missed it.
Hold up, before either of you read this, Joe, did you actually not know how to pronounce the word scattered? That's not a very difficult word to read.
Yeah, I don't know, sometimes those words just get to me and I fumble a little bit.
Okay, moving on from that. So listen, child, even in the deepest darkness,
there will always be a lig. Lig hit. Dang it, I missed another one.
Okay, seriously, Joe, it's the word light. I can't think of how many times that word has been said in this specific game, much less in the real world. How do you have trouble with that?
I don't know, sometimes these words just escape me in the heat of the moment when I'm expected to do something like this. You know how I am with reading teleprompters. You should have all seen this coming.
You are definitely right about that. The whole voicing dialogue was a complete disaster. You two had no emotion. Your timing was off, plus Joe doesn't know how to say words properly, so this was bound to be a failure.
Since this clearly isn't going well, I'm just going to say we're going to the Olympus Coliseum to fight Hercules Seal the Keyhole and then get a few miscellaneous items. Before that happens, PGD Jordan, have you made any progress on that whole superior being situation?
Yes, I suppose I'm not hurting anyone by letting you know what I've found out before I leave. I've looked through everyone that has ever been here, and from what I've been able to find, the most superior being seems to be someone named 11. Stranger things indeed. Now, I'm not sure if he's quite at my level yet, but he far surpasses anyone else here now or that's been here before. However, considering how far you've come, I'm sure you'll be able to handle him.
That's actually not reassuring. I don't think you know him, but he's not very clear on what his goals are. Ben and I met him in the President's Central a while ago, and he said something about him being the reason we won't be here, though he didn't elaborate. If he really is a superior being, then that doesn't bode well for us.
Apparently, he has been the one sending characters back to their original worlds. Seems it takes a lot of effort for him to do that, so I can only imagine what he could do to us potentially.
Whilst we're on the subject, has 11 done anything to change the game's events in any way?
I don't think so. Most of us haven't played the games before, so we don't know what to expect. He did show up and talk with us while we were in Halloween Town, but we were a little distracted by the game events, and also Joe's overwhelming fear of a Disney character.
I see. Well, like I said, I'm sure you will be able to handle him. And with that said, I believe I should return back to my universe and allow you all to quote-unquote face the music. Good luck.
I'm going to miss having another me around. Goodbye, PGD Jordan. Oh yeah, we never asked what those letters even mean. I mean, we only had over 20 minutes with him and none of us thought to ask.
I'm sure we'll be okay even without knowing. Thank you if you can still hear us somehow wherever you're going. We learned a lot from you, even if that whole 11 thing doesn't sound that good.
Wow! And I didn't even hold back!
Now I finally know what you mean about strength of heart. Mine comes from Donald and Goofy.
Come again?
If we stick together, we're unbeatable. Not even Hercules stands a chance.
I might have to get one of those 2K games just to make Hercules and also myself as characters. I'd call him a nerd for all he knows about wrestling games, but that's kind of the pot calling the kettle black considering all the games we play.
3 of you together make great heroes. And as a team, I'm sure you can overcome anything.
All right, everyone, get ready for the weirdest keyhole placement in the entire game. It's literally just under a rock on the second screen of the world.
Oh, really? That's pretty anticlimactic.
I thought you were just messing with us, but no, it really was just under there. I'm sure Hercules could have pushed that himself. What was it even doing there of all places?
There's not many other rooms, so this one is as good as any.
Before we end the video, we're going to get a summon gem in Monstro that we couldn't get before. After that, we'll go to Captain Hook's ship to use that Trinity power to get an upgrade to the arrow spell. Once we go stop at the Dalmatians to deliver the ones we have, then we'll be done for the day. We'll return to the Olympus Coliseum later for some of the other fights, though not for a while.
The Dalmatians give rewards based on how many you bring them, though mostly gummy ship parts. Next up, we'll have Joe playing, which should be a fun time based on where we're going next.
Oh, good. I'm excited to see what I'll be doing next time. I just hope I don't have to do much reading since that didn't really go so well earlier today.
I'm sure we are all looking forward to Joe going into the voice acting business where it takes him 6 hours to read Green Eggs and Ham.
I am not looking forward to that, but Donald, you did quite well today. You didn't have a whole lot challenging you, though. What you did do went without any problems. It was also very enlightening to meet someone like the other Jordan.
Yeah, I liked him even though I didn't get any of what he said about beings or wrestling. Might be fun to play one of those games sometime, though, and see what a GM mode is like.
That would be a fun time. Anyways, we hope everyone who watched up to this point enjoyed. We'll be back with more videos in this series and a few others soon.
Hopefully with less Peter Pan all around.
But hopefully more Tinkerbell.
I'm sure all of you know what to do by now. Go like, comment, and subscribe for more.
And peace out, people.